Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Kalika and you're gonna be a spicier person after watching this video. Refuse to remove my dead wife's photos on your swingers profile? Be prepared to get exposed and lose your job. Background. My first wife passed away about 20 years ago and I created a memorial website for her on GeoCities with a number of photos of her, including some glamour photos from a chain of photo studios. A bit of a long story, but details will become apparent. The TLDR is at the bottom. A few years after my wife passes, I get an email out of the blue from an old friend telling me that he saw my late wife's photos on a swingers dating site. I don't judge him for being on this particular type of site. And he sent me the link to the profile. On this website, like many others, you could read the profile and see one or two photos, but you could not email the person unless you were a premium member. Since I could not reach the person, I asked my friend to contact the person and demand they take the photos down. She did not reply to his request. I contacted the website support and told them my story. The website administrator told me that they could not take down the photos and only a DMCA copyright claim could get the photos removed. I could not submit a copyright claim, I did not take the photos, so there was no remedy to getting my late wife's photos off this person's profile. Enter the ProRevenge. I decided to join the site as a premium member, but not as myself. I set up a profile as a couple looking for a single female to join us on vacations and on our boat. The reason for this was because that is what the offending person was looking for on their profile. Our intention was to catfish the gold digger. So I guess it's time to introduce the characters. You have the gold digger, GD, my friend's wife posing as my wife, FW, not same friend that found the profile, and me. Here's how it went down. First, we befriend the gold digger online. Friend's wife sent a message to the gold digger, who listed in her profile that she was in the same province as us, and asked gold digger what city or town she was in, as we have an RV and a boat that we'd like to travel around the province with and take mini vacations on different lakes. A few days later, she replies and asks for photos. I sent a few photos of me and my friend's wife on his boss's boat from the previous summer. Yes, they gave me permission to use the photos and some others from their other vacations that did not include him in the photos. After about 2 weeks of back and forth messages, friend's wife asked for any sexy photos, to which gold digger sent some sexy photos without her face, because that would give her away as not being the person in the photos on her profile. This went on for another 2 days until my friend's wife asked her to do some FaceTime video. Gold digger quickly replied that she had a microphone but her web camera was broken. She had a PO box that she had people send her gifts to, so we sent her an old webcam that I had. We were getting right into exposing her. My friend's wife agreed to come over to my place and use my photo studio to do the audio and video chat in front of my green screen that I put a photo of a large house interior onto with green screen software. The conversation goes like this. My friend's wife. Hey, did you get that webcam we sent to your post office box? Yes, thank you, but I'm really camera shy so I did not set it up yet. Why would you be shy around us? And as I walk into the frame behind her. Oh, both of you are there? Yeah, I wanted to say hi and let you two talk, but I'm still curious why you're shy around us. Well, the photos on my profile are a little old and I've put on a few pounds since they were taken. I understand. It took me a long time to get back to the size after fighting with it for years. We promise we will not judge you based on your size. Besides, my hubby likes plus size girls. We almost had our catfisher hooked. Hold on, give me 10 minutes and I will change and put the webcam on. About 15 minutes later, we get a video call from the gold digger. She is only lit by her computer screen and is not easy to make out. See? That wasn't hard, was it? No, but I really didn't think you'd like me as I look now. But we know she never looked like those photos because they were of my late wife. You look very beautiful. Do you have more light? Gold digger walks away from the camera and turns on some serious lighting, like what you might see on a CamGirl site, and the camera quality was much better than the cheap old one I had sent. That is much better. Let me call Martin, not my real name, over. She is stunning. Just what we've been looking for. The hook is starting to catch. Again, I should let you two talk, and I have some planning to do for our next vacation. I walk away from the camera and go to my PC that is recording the video call and capturing screenshots. I suspect that this gold digger is not just looking for some suckers to take her on expensive vacations, but that she also does cam model work, as BBW cam models can make a lot of money because some dudes see them as being easy. After about an hour and a half of talking, friend's wife has got lots of personal info about the gold digger, including her real first name and that she works at a private camp for girls in the summer. She also admitted to doing BBW cam work for extra cash. After a second video call, we told her about our upcoming vacation to Hedonism, which we found on the web as a popular swingers resort, and we would need her full name and a photocopy of her passport to make the reservations and arrange air travel. She fell for it, and we had everything we needed. With a little help from Google Maps, we found the camp that she worked for and the contact information. We contacted the camp office looking for a job reference for Gold Digger, and sure enough, we contacted the right camp. When I contacted her with all her information and asked her to remove the photos of my late wife from her profile on the swinger site and any other site she might be using them on, this was her reply via private message. "You a-hole, you catfished me." "No, I just wanted you to stop using my late wife's photos for your single and swinger profiles." "Those are my photos." "No, they are not. I have your real photo and you do not even look like my late wife." "Even if I found them on the web, they're free to use because they're public." "So, by that logic, the images I have of you in your underwear on cam are public too?" No. Those are my photos and I can prove it." "Do you have the original copyright on them? Since I took them from the web, I have the copyright." "I know this is not how copyright works, but I'm starting the pot." Hello, are you still there?" She blocked me. Since I had already created a fake profile and paid the annual yearly fee, I decided not to let it go to waste. I changed the profile to include her images and links to the private video chats, along with her personal information, and named the girls' summer camp that she worked at. A few months later, I got a message from the administrator of the site that 2 of the photos had been removed due to a copyright claim by blank camp for girls, because of a copyrighted logo on a shirt she wore during a private video call that I screenshot. I figured by this they knew who she was and she had been exposed. When I called the camp office again for a job reference, they said that they could not discuss this person as she is no longer associated with the camp. Hope it wasn't too long, but it's a story I've been telling my friends for years. I am a semi-professional photographer, meaning I get paid but it's not my sole source of income, so I have a lot more stories but mostly entitled people stories to share on other subreddits. This one made me pretty angry. Imagine having the nerve to use other people's photos to entice people into paying you for sexual favours, then to find out that you're actually using pictures of someone's late wife and then refuse to take them down? That person has no morals, no empathy, and is just a nasty, nasty person. I'm glad this guy got his revenge. I can't imagine how painful it would have been to go through all of that. Sell beer to my kid, will ya? So we all know that sometimes revenge is a dish best served cold, and this story is an old family legend. My grandmother was a pro at the long game, and this was one of her best acts. Back in the 70s, there was a little pizza shop around the corner from their house that she discovered was selling beer to my 15-year-old uncle. She marched right into the store during the busiest time on a Saturday night and yelled at the owner that this crap needed to stop now. The idiot waved her off and said it was his business and he could do whatever he wanted. He practically shoved her out the front door and told her not to come back. My grandmother told him if he ever sold beer to my uncle again, it would be the end of his days in that neighbourhood. Remember, this was the 70s. The police weren't really enforcing liquor laws as stringently as they are now, especially when it came to corner pizza shops and one-woman allegations that their 15-year-old son was getting beer illegally. Fast forward about 1 month, and what does my grandmother find under my uncle's bed? Beer. And she knows where he got it. She confronts him, and just like before, he says the pizza guy has been selling it to him and all the neighbourhood kids. My grandmother asked some of the other mothers if they have found their kids with beer, and sure enough, yep, it's a thing. Now, you might be thinking, so what? A couple of teenagers with beer? Big deal. We all did that. Except this guy was making a killing selling beer to the neighbourhood kids. According to my uncle, he was selling to kids as young as 8. This he confirmed for me when he was an adult. He even sold it to them out of the back door after hours, which is really illegal since it breaks major liquor laws to do that. My grandfather then went to the cops and they played the "we'll take a report and look into it" type of stance with him. Not to fear, my grandmother was going to make good on her threat. I should probably mention that this whole thing went down in August. My grandmother threatened my uncle with life imprisonment if he ever bought beer there again and to completely stay out of that shop because bad things were going to happen. August comes and goes, and so does September, October, November, and the entire winter and spring. Like I said, my grandmother liked to play the long game. So July rolls around, and completely out of the blue, a municipal snowplow rolls down the street at midnight and right into the front of this guy's shop, backing up and smashing into it again and once more for good measure. It then pulls back and rolls down the street like nothing happened, never to be seen again. The whole thing was witnessed by a couple of neighbours sitting on their front steps trying to beat the heat that night. They called the cops, and no one could believe what they were looking at and that there was a snowplow out in July. Clearly someone was mistaken. The mothers of the neighbourhood knew there was no mistake. They knew what went down, and it was a silent secret among them. No one spoke of it, no one acknowledged it, and no one cared. My family knew the real story. My grandmother knew someone who needed money, so she paid him to help. The guy had a buddy who had access to the snowplows for the county. The rest was history. Even with all the money the pizza shop guy made selling beer to minors, he didn't have the adequate business insurance to rebuild. Within days, he was closed for good. Damn, Grandma! What is it with all these old ladies who have these crazy revenge stories? Okay, so that's all for r/ProRevenge. I really hope you did enjoy it. As always, if you do want to see more content like this, then please do subscribe. My Twitter, Discord, and Patreon links are in the description, and any support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!